Hello children, how are you? I hope that everybody is staying at home safe and secure. Yes children? Okay, this is your Saubhagya madam and I am ready to start a new lesson. So what is our lesson name? Our lesson name is Animal Life. What it is children? Animal Life. So in our last videos we were talking about living things and non-living things. Yes children, have you understood what are living things and non-living things? Okay. And in our second lesson we also discussed about plant life. So what are plants? Plants are living things. So we have discussed about living things, non-living things and plants. And in this lesson we are going to talk about animal life. So before we go into our lesson, let us discuss few points. What are animals? My question is, what are animals? According to you, what are animals? Can you say children? Try it. Okay. So, according to the science, animals are living things. What are animals, children? Animals are living things. So what does a living thing do? As we have already discussed the different characteristics of living things can move, they can breathe, they can grow, they can reproduce. Yes children, they can move, they can breathe, they can reproduce and they can grow. Yes, very good. So do you see all these characteristics in the animals? Okay, yes, definitely we will see all these characteristics in the animals. And let me ask you, see, we are seeing many kinds of animals in and around our surroundings. Can you say me few examples of these animals? If you see at our homes, we grow cats and dogs. These are our pet animals. Yes. And even in some houses, we grow fish in the aquarium and also parrots in the cages. So here the birds and fish are also some kind of animals. Okay. If you go out into your surroundings, you see different other animals. Can you name them children? Correct. So what are those animals? We see cows, buffaloes, goats and sheep. Right? And we also see sometimes pigs. Okay. So we are aware of what are animals. So animals are living things. Now I have another question for you. Do you think humans and animals are same? Yes. Humans are also one kind of social animals. There is only small differences between the animals and the humans. Okay. It is called as intelligence. We can think and we have knowledge. This is not there in the animals. But humans are also called as socialized animals. Very good children. Now we will talk entirely about the animals. We find very small animals to very big animals. Can you name some of them? Okay. What are the small kind of animals that we see? We see ants, mosquitoes, cockroaches, frogs. These are very small animals. If you go on with the larger animals, we can talk about lion, tiger, elephant. Do you know children, what is the biggest animal on this earth? Yes, the blue whale. The blue whale is the biggest animal on this earth. It is around 30 tons in weight. So it is very huge and it grows up to 173 meters. It is very large in size. Okay children. So now you know what is the largest animal on this earth. It is the Blue whale. Very good, children. Do you think plants, animals and human beings are same, children? Yes. In one category, plants, humans and animals are same. They are simply living things. But there are different characters which are separating these plants, animals and human beings. Okay, children. Now we will go into our lesson. So what is our lesson name? Animal life. So what are animals? Animals are living things. Okay, one day a small girl went to a park. She hit a small stone and fell down. She wanted to see what is that. She picked up that stone. And when she watched that stone, she found some mud and sand attached to the stone. And beneath that, she also found something moving. Do you know what it is, children? Yes, those are little worms. If you go to a park or if you go to any sandy area, you can find a little worms that you can see. So why these small worms are living under the rock or the stone? Why? Because it is their habitat. What it is, children? The small rock is acting like a habitat. So now we are thinking, what is a habitat? So come, let us see what is it. So what is a habitat? A habitat is nothing but the surroundings in which a living organism lives and survives is called its habitat. So children, the place or the surrounding in which the living thing can live, it have to live and it also have to survive, and then that place is called its habitat. In the first example we have seen the small worms are living under the stone. So the sand and the stone together are acting as a habitat for those little worms. Do you know, children, there are different habitats around us. Now we will see few examples and the different habitats. Okay. Humans will live at homes or in a neighborhood. So the neighborhood or home is a habitat for humans. Okay. Fish. Where do you see the fish? The fish lives in water. The water could be either a pond, a sea, or an ocean or a lake. And simply you can also say an aquarium. So the presence or the surrounding or the place in which the fish is living is its habitat. Okay, mostly the fish lives in the water. Next, animals. Animals live on land. Yes, children? So in the land we are having different land forms which are acting as a habitat. See, the different habitats that we see are forests, rivers, ponds, seas, snow-covered areas, deserts, mountains and homes. Okay, children, let us talk about few examples. What kind of animals do live in such habitats? So what are the habitats, children? Forests, rivers, ponds, seas, snow-covered areas, deserts, mountains and home. So we will talk about few examples of what animals are living in these habitats. Now coming to the forest. What kind of animals do live there? All kinds of wild animals. Yes, children? Very good. Like tiger, lion, cheetah. All these are wild animals. So they live in the forest. Now rivers, ponds and seas. So what kind of animals do live in rivers, ponds and seas? See, the rivers, ponds or seas contain water. So aquatic animals live in these areas. So what are the aquatic animals? The animals which live in water. Can you name some of the examples, children? Correct. Fish is the best example that we know. Not only fish, we can also see dolphins, whales, crabs, turtles and tortoise. Have you noticed them, children? All these animals live in water. Correct. Not only these, some kinds of frogs and also some kinds of snakes also do live in water. Okay. Next one is snow-covered areas. So, Himalayan region in India is completely filled with snow. So, what kind of animals do we see there? We see highly wooled animals. Example like sheep. Hilly areas or snow-covered mountains contain sheep, which are thickly covered with fur. Okay, children? Okay. Next, we can also see yaks. Y-A-K-S, yaks. These are one kind of animals. Okay. And also, in the world, we are having Arctic and Antarctic regions where we find polar bears. These polar bears are the habitats of these snow-covered areas. Okay, children? Now, deserts. What is an animal of desert? Camel. Correct. A camel lives in a desert. Okay. So, mostly the desert animals are camels and few horses. And sometimes we can even find spiders and snakes. Mountains. On mountains we can see goats, sheep, cows and buffaloes. All herbivorous mostly live on the mountains. And at homes. So animals like dogs, cats and some kind of birds live at home. And along with that, we humans also live in homes. Okay, children. Are you clear with the habitat? Habitat is nothing but the surrounding in which the animals can live and survive. They have to live there and they have to survive to longer periods of time. So that place or surrounding is known as habitat. And what are the different kinds of habitats we have seen? Forests, rivers, ponds, seas, snow-covered areas, deserts, mountains and homes. These are the different kinds of habitats that we have seen, children. Okay. We were talking about animals. And I said that there is a huge animal, that is the blue whale. And do you know, children, there are very tiny animals also, which you cannot see with your naked eye. Those are nothing but the single cellular organisms, just like the amoeba. Amoeba is a single cellular organism which can only be seen under a microscope. So, animals are of very different sizes, like from very tiny to very large. And next, we will learn about the characteristics which these animals contain. Okay, children? Very good. Okay, children. So, we see different kinds of animals in and around our surroundings. Do you know, children? If you observe the animals, you see different adaptations found in these animals. First one is the body covering. What is a body covering? So, if we check ourselves, our body is covered with skin. Yes, children? Okay. Not only skin is one type of body covering. There are other varieties of body coverings that we see in the animals. Now, let us see them. So, based on the body covering, different animals can be found. So, what is the first adaptation, children? Based on the body covering, different animals can be found. So what are the body coverings that we can see? The first one is fur or skin. See children, if you observe a tiger, zebra, cheetah or a giraffe or a goat, what do you observe on these animals? You observe specific skin structure on them. Some have spots, some have lines, and some animals like lions have fur. Yes children? So it is one kind of body covering. So what are the examples? Tiger, giraffe, cheetah, goat and lion. And there are so many other examples also. Next we will see the other thing, the feathers. If you observe, what kind of animals do have feathers? Can you guess children? Good. The birds have feathers. If you see a parrot, a sparrow or a pigeon, what do you find children? The whole body is covered with feathers. It is a special modification of these animals. These feathers are useful to protect the animal from the different climatic conditions. It provides warmth to the body of these birds. Do you know children? The bigger feathers which are present on the wings help the birds to fly in the air. So, this special body covering is helping these birds to fly and also to protect themselves from the climatic conditions. Okay, next comes the scales. So, the scales are of different types. Here the scales we see in a fish. If you observe a fish, the fish body is covered with scales. So what is the structure of the scale? If you see, it is something like this. So the scales of the fish are very thin and the whole body is covered by these scales. Yes children? See, I will draw a picture for you. If you think this is a fish, so the body of the fish is covered with different scales. Yes children? Very good. And there are also other animals which contain scales. Those are nothing but snakes. If you observe them, the snakes are of bigger in size and also the size of the scale is very larger. So the size may vary from a fish to a snake. Here also the snake scales are helpful to protect the body of the animal. Okay, now comes to the next one, that is the shells. In what kind of animals do you see these children? Yes, if you observe a tortoise or a turtle, so you can observe a shell on the top of the tortoise. Yes children, this shell is made up of hard structure. The structure is very hard and this shell is used to protect the soft body of the animals like tortoise and the turtles. And also you can see in the snail. The snail is very soft organism and if you touch the snail, it will unwind and go into the shell. So the shell is acting as a protective body covering. Okay children? So based on the body covering, we can see different adaptations in different animals. So what is the first one? Fur or skin. So what are the examples? Tiger, giraffe, cheetah, goat, lion, etc. The next one, feathers. The feathers are mostly seen in the birds. Okay children. Next one, the scales. The scales are observed in fish and in the snakes. And mostly the reptiles contain the scales. Shells. The shells are seen in the tortoise, snail and turtles. Okay, children. So, we are learning more about the different adaptations or the different features that are shown by the animals. Okay, children. In this lesson, we have learned few hard words. Now, let us see about the hard words. Okay, children. Okay, children. Now, we'll see the hard words. So, note down them in your notebook and try to write them each 5 times. Okay. So, what is the first word? Animals. A-N-I-M-A-L-S. Animals. Repeat it, children. A-N-I-M-A-L-S. Animals. Second one. Habitat. H-A-B-I-T-A-T. Habitat. H-A-B-I-T-A-T. Habitat. Third one. F-E-A-T-H-E-R-S. Feathers. F-E-A-T-H-E-R-S. Feathers. So what animals contain feathers, children? Birds. Very good. Next. Mammals. M-A-M-M-A-L-S. Mammals. M-A-M-M-A-L-S. Mammals. See, children, mammals are nothing but the animals which give rise to their young ones and they can feed them with their own milk. For example, we have seen the animals with fur and skin. Such animals are called as mammals. So the mammals contain fur or skin. Okay, they give birth to their young ones and they feed them with their own milk. Next one, reptiles. R-E-P-T-I-L-E-S. Reptiles. Repeat it, children. R-E-P-T-I-L-E-S. Reptiles. Children, once again we will repeat them. Animals. Say, children. Animals. Habitat. Habitat. Feathers. Feathers. Mammals. Mammals. Reptiles. Reptiles. Okay, children. Note down in your notebook and write each word 5 times. Okay. That's all for this video and we will meet very soon in our next video. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.